Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, it is a day ending in Y, so of course there's an AEW violence scandal.
An update on WWE using AI.
What's going on with Toni Storm?
And she just broke the record, but now she's already 12 Belts Moné. I'm Adam Wilborn.
I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the news.
The H stands for, hey, I can't believe we're talking about violent spots for a refreshing change coming out of an AEW show.
The children.
Yeah, just won't somebody please think of the children. So, ex-AEW coach Sarah Stock, she's the one who has lit the fire for this to kind of erupt over the past, 12 hours or so. She's not been with AEW for a few months at the very least, but she was brought in as a coach a couple of years ago. She's gone now, and she tweeted about Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin, which was quite the violent match. You know what? The funny thing about this is, the spot that grossed me out most in this match isn't even the one she's tweeted about.
The fingers?
Yeah. Well,
this chair is going to go.
Good old chair making noises. She posted basically quote tweeting the drowning spot, right? She's talking about the drowning spot where Jon Moxley took Darby Allin's head and repeatedly put it in a glass box of water.
Fish tank.
Fish tank, and then pulled it out. And then it was like, it was an I quit match, and I suppose if he drowned, he can't say I quit. It's kind of stupid, really.
Yeah,
it's like if he's drowned, he's dead.
Yeah.
So Jon Moxley, you've lost because he can't say I quit.
You fool.
Yeah, you silly sausage. But Sarah Stock said this. You know who should stop this? Mothers with their remote control. This is worse than the plastic bag over the head. Kids are going to end up trying this stuff at home. Now, before I dive into a response from Amanda Huber, one thing you should try at home.
Yeah.
Is NordVPN.
And get your kids to try as well, I suppose.
Yeah, but like make sure to
be safe online.
Yeah, exactly. Protect yourself before you wreck yourself, as the famous phrase goes. You got to watch out for these data fiends and thieves everywhere online. And hey, look, if you're from the US and you're traveling in the UK, you want to watch your shows, you can do so with the click of a button. NordVPN 70% off, over 70% off. 3 months for free. Links in the description below. So Sarah Stock's words drew a response from, a series of... This got really personal, and I'm not going to read some of the insults that they were kind of mostly past. Sarah was mostly insulting Amanda Huber, but I'll just read. I thought this was a fair point, right? Here's what Amanda Huber posted. Amanda Huber.
Yeah.
I can't speak. She said, want to know what my kids were doing at midnight last night? Sleeping. Want to know why? Because they're kids. My wrestling-loving kids. Want to know what they weren't watching? A match between two performers who are known for taking things to the extreme. Want to know why? Because it's my responsibility as a parent to know what they're consuming. I'm never going to have kids made that choice in life. It's not my place to tell parents what they can and can't do with their children and the regulation of content. Yeah. So I'm going to leave this to an actual shoot parent for some thoughts.
Well, annoyed with Amanda Huber to start off with because, all right, good, well done, you can make your kids sleep. Weird flex, but all right. Sometimes your kid has nightmares and they have to,
That's the real scandal here.
Yeah. Sometimes, it's 3 a.m. What's going on? Why are you awake? But no, it's one of those things, isn't it, where... this handbag clutching or pearl clutching, that's the phrase, isn't it? That often comes out around this time. I think there's a way you can say, I think this was a dumb spot without saying, well, this is shaping the minds of tomorrow, basically. It was one of those spots where you go, probably could do this a different way, as with the, bag over the head spot. It's probably, not the best idea to show this to children, but like Amanda says, they aren't saying. And don't forget, at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, tune in to watch a man be drowned.
Yeah, exactly. And they didn't promote the match as a kids extravaganza, did they? It's Jon Moxley and Darby Allin.
Sponsored by Bluey.
Yeah, they've been trying to set each other on fire for the past month. Of course they were going to do something wild. I
will say, be glad that you got to see that match, because I saw some people who had the Amazon Prime couldn't even watch the show, apparently.
Get on Jeff Bezos' ass for that. That's unacceptable. It just seems like any time there's one of these spots in AEW, right? Whether it is this, whether it is the plastic bag, whether it is the blood drink, the vampire stuff that Swerve and Hangman did. Whenever something like this happens, there is always a big and it just make your choice as a consumer.
Like I say, yeah, you can dislike the spot. Like, I think any spot involving light tubes is the dumbest thing in wrestling. But I don't turn around and say the reason why I don't like that is because my son Eric will see it and then hit me with a light tube.
My 2-year-old kid is going to be corrupted by this. I think, just like draw your own, like these things aren't lines for. I don't particularly enjoy watching them. Don't get me wrong, but they're not something that offends me or anything like that. If they do. Don't watch it. It's pretty simple. The thing is, right, I think there's actually a semblance of a good, there's a good point in Sarah Stock's initial post. It's like, it's just like you regulate. If you don't want your kids to see, there are presumably ways you can regulate it. I know they can go online and see stuff.
Yeah.
But that must be very, very difficult. But parents, just make a choice. Just make a choice and go look, AEW is a promotion where violent things can happen. More violent than WWE because it's just they have a different line as to what is acceptable on their wrestling show. I think that ultimately most of those spots, I don't really enjoy a lot of them. I'm not going to lie. I don't. The finger thing grossed me out, which is probably the point. But I think that AEW should be an environment where these things can happen because it sets them apart and it makes them different to the competition. Not everything should be this sugar candy coated, lovely, fluffy little joyous bundle. Yeah. Not the best phrase I think when it comes to any form of entertainment, whether it's a wrestling company, where it's a band, a movie, or whatever, it's for anyone, but it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
So just make a choice as a consumer. Why do we always have to have these circular debates after an AEW?
We haven't even got to the finish of the I Quit match that I'm sure me and the Dadleys going to talk about later on in the Wrestle Dream review.
Yeah, nobody could hear him. I could hear him,
and his kryptonite was apparently being slightly damp and being put in the Scorpion Deathlock.
You can't be being wet, man. That's bad.
Good sea sting. That was awesome.
I pissed myself and I tapped out. It was something else. I didn't do that. Sting looked awesome with the white hair.
Yeah,
he looked crazy.
Awesome to have him back.
Just this old dude with the Santa beard and the white. It looked incredible. I hope he never dyes his hair again. I know he said he's not going to.
Yeah,
that rocks.
Absolutely. Yeah, wear it with pride. Awesome. Like I said, we'll talk about it later on our Wrestle Dream review. If you want to know the ups and downs of the show, that's available already, of course. But let's move on and talk about AI. Oh, good. This conversation again. WWE.
I mean, it's only been 48 hours.
Yeah. WWE were talking about trying to use it and then just doing Bobby Lashley's Lord Tensai, I think, basically.
Yeah. Just, what?
I think every company's, kind of experimented with it to a certain extent. And, people want to know more about WWE sacking the entire creative team to hire a robot, basically. That's not going to happen. Don't worry.
Robot,
the robot can stay.
He's back.
And was it the SmackDown one that was like, yes, we've got to tell you, let's go.
yeah. With number 58, we've drafted Bull Dempsey.
Come on.
No disrespect to Bull Dempsey, that's just a name I pulled out.
But yes, there was a lot of talk about this, like Andy said, over the last few days, and Fightful Select done some more brilliant reporting alongside Dave Meltzer from the Wrestling Observer. Fightful Select talking about how WWE's creative team has been using AI tools for years, but it's obviously been more like a creative assistant rather than book the entire show for me. When you try, we have this sometimes when we're like, normally we just ask the Dudleys, when was the last time these two wrestlers had a match? What's their sort of track record, etc., etc. Something that the AI system can save a bit of time on because they're crazy busy, obviously. Now, it is also being used to remove background noise in shots, organise files quickly, work on production elements of WWE shows, but not really more creative elements. So, the way that some people use AI to clean up pictures or whatever, whether they be professionals or just going, can you get that fat idiot out of the background of my nice photo, basically?
Probably me.
I like the quote here from Fightful. One top star said, Michael Hayes, Paul Heyman and Ed Koskey are not AI, so they will not be replacing the entire creative team.
No, but they can press a button and,
Yeah.
probably Jeremy.
You wonder what they'd look like with, a pink hairdo? Thanks, AR.
Yeah, thanks, ChatGPT.
Yes, this all comes obviously off the back of that Wrestling Observer report where Cyrus Kawsari?
Cyrus.
Yes.
The virus.
Yeah, was brought in, I think he's busy, in September as WWE's Senior Director of Creative Strategy, and it was said by Triple H that he will lead WWE's transition into AI-based storytelling and integrate AI into creative services like video and graphics. So a slightly more reassuring update on this from Fightful Select, because I think a lot of people thought, oh dear, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I I'm going to say this, and I'm scared about what's going to happen to me online as a result of it. I am not a fan of AI.
Yeah.
I think I get it for certain elements of your job. I use I don't use, but it just happens to appear. If you Google something now, AI sort of gives you the top answer from Google anyway.
And it's wrong, like,
yeah, it's often wrong. Yeah.
It's like I Googled because rest in peace, former WWE wrestler Mo just passed away overnight, and I was just like rounding up some details, and it was like, Mo, wrestler, passes away. And the AI preview, it gave me the wrong age.
Yeah.
It was like 71 years old. He was 58.
Just stabs in the dark.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. He's pretty old.
But I certainly don't like it. Like, and thankfully for the moment, I can still tell when AI art is being used. It really disappoints me when people use that.
I think the creep of artless slop is everywhere. It's everywhere. You go on Spotify these days, there's all these AI artists creating fake music under existing band names, which is really weird. I believe they've started cracking down on that now, but it's there.
I listened to a song over the last few days that was like a Motown reimagining of Forgot About Dre, and I was like, this is great. Wait a second.
Is it real?
Yeah.
Who knows?
You think like, oh, this is really cool. These creative individuals they just put it into a computer.
Yeah. Push the button. Art, obviously, AI generated images. I swear to goodness, about a quarter of the adverts on YouTube these days are like AI things and like created people with 12 fingers and stuff. WWE have used it quite a bit. I mean, the most obvious recent example I can think of is when the Grande Americano videos were being done. There was like, this guys with literally like 12 fingers and stuff in these videos. So the point is that this slop is creeping everywhere. It is foolish to think that it will not eventually infiltrate wrestling to a greater degree. And companies will start using it. Look, I value authenticity. I value human creativity. I have no interest whatsoever in watching any show that has been written by a computer algorithm that gets stuff wrong half the time. I have no interest in watching that, and I will never stop. If it does come to that, and it does come to a point where a wrestling show is, like, say, Raw, SmackDown, heck, Dynamite, whatever, name a show, is written by this thing and it comes out, I'll always criticize it because I think it's fake, lame, and rubbish.
Yeah, I think wrestling storylines, though, might be the thing that breaks AI. It can take on the entire internet and all the dark recesses that it has, but like when it finds out about certain booking strategies that companies and people have had over the years, it will not be able to compute it. I'm sorry, you had a woman who's a very talented female wrestler, and her gimmick was, she farts now.
Yeah.
Sorry, how's that? Like anything Vince Russo did, like it just go. How is this man employed?
Yeah, it's going to try and employ logic.
Yes, he did
isn't
good
it?
stuff during the Attitude Era, Vince. No one cares. Don't just do a response.
And there's like levels to it. Like I use there's a feature on Photoshop where if you have an image and there's a bit of it is blank, you can generate like generative fill, it's called. So I use that and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a line, and I don't want to watch a TV show written by AI. I just don't want to watch it. Maybe we'll make a video taking the piss out of this.
I'd quite like to see what what it would like gather for like 30 years or whatever of Monday Night Raw, and what it would spit out for an episode.
Yeah, let's maybe we'll make a video about this, like fantasy booking WrestleMania using WWE's AI. There you go.
Dangerous. Yeah,
sounds like fun. Right, let's talk about Toni Storm.
Congratulations, Yokozuna, on becoming champion.
Yeah, Hiroki Sumi's back too. Let's go. Toni Storm.
Yes.
Right. She. What's going on with her? What's the plan? What's up with the Mina Shirakawa stuff? What's going on? Tag team, baby. That's the answer.
Yeah. Oh, I think I've seen this coming.
I'm shocked about this one. But yeah, if you watched Wrestle Dream, or if you didn't, Toni Storm failed in her quest to win back the Women's World Title against Chris Statlander.
A stack kicked her ass.
She beat her up real good.
That?
And then Mina Shirakawa, elsewhere on the show, lost her interim Ring of Honor Women's Television Championship.
Yep.
Is that?
That's the thing.
Add more words to that, if you will. To Mercedes Moné. Afterwards, they met backstage. Tony's crying. She's like, "What's going to happen?" And Mina Shirakawa's like, "It's us now.
Yeah,
we've still got each other." So they're going to be a tag team. This is according to Wrestling Observer Radio. So the idea here is to add some credibility to the women's tag division. So this is launching soon, and
I think they're announcing the brackets on Dynamite, perhaps.
they are
the tag team.
maybe.
tournament. Yeah.
I don't remember because my brain doesn't
I
retain.
sort of half saw it on WrestleDream last night when I caught up. Yeah.
My brain don't retain. But yeah, Toni's the biggest name in the women's division, so she's the biggest star. So yeah, putting her in the division is going to lend it some credibility from day one. And also her and Mina is a logical pairing that has been established on TV already, so it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, whilst I'm not necessarily against throwing two wrestlers together as a tag team, because you can have a lot of fun with that sort of thing, I do like, having at least somewhat of a justification for two women who clearly aren't going to be in the title picture for a while.
They've
Teaming
been
up.
doing this for ages.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think your final could possibly be, and this is just off the top of my head because they're the two teams I immediately thought of, them, and let's say Megan Bain and Penelope Ford are a great female tag team.
Top gods.
Yes.
There you go. Top gods. So they're hanging out with FT.
But like they've sort of the work for this women's tag division has been going on for quite some time now. It's not like they've turned around and gone, oh God, we need 8 female tag teams.
yeah, they do have.
The Triangle of Madness can have a team, obviously, as well.
Yeah, they could have 2 teams.
They could have 2.
Why not? There are pairings. Yeah, there's plenty. Tay J is another.
Yeah.
Ty J. Phonetically, it would be cooler if it was Tay J, but her name's Ty, so yeah, I get it. Okay, overcomplicating matters on my end. But yeah, there's plenty of teams. I have some reservations over the existence of the belts, but I think that every company has too many belts anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see what they do with it on Wednesday on Dynamite. And someone who could be going after those belts is a person who has already got 12 of them now. I'm talking about Mercedes Moné. She literally just broke the one. Yeah, she literally. So hang on, she had the TBS title record on Friday.
Yes.
On Saturday, she obviously was at WrestleDream celebrating being Ultimo Moné and actually breaking the record, in fact, because she won that ROH Interim TV Women's Champion thing from Mina Shirakawa. You're like, bloody hell, 11 belts. And I've come into work on the Monday after, and apparently yesterday, she got another one.
Another one?
Fair play to her, just jetting all over the place. She was defending against Persephone, of course, on Friday.
At CMLL, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, she travelled to Winnipeg Professional Wrestling to defeat Jody Threat to capture the women's championship in Winnipeg Professional Wrestling. She has not only surpassed Ultimo Dragon's record, of course, she has now got 12 titles simultaneously, and she's going for a 13th at a bare minimum because she's challenging Stat Full Gear.
Yeah. So she could be unlucky for some. Number 13. Maybe that's where she falls short again. Because it's like, hey, look. Right, so while I was looking at my phone there, I was just looking up Cage Match to try and get you a list of all the belts she has. Yeah, it's only got 6 listed here.
What's wrong with Cage Match?
I don't know, man. It's broken these days.
Why would I type in so-and-so's matches? Is it like, do you want John Cena and Randy Orton's career history together?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, type in Bobby Lashley Cage Match. It comes up with Bobby Lashley versus John Stones from FTW or something. John Stones, the footballer.
Yeah. More of a defensive wrestler, you might say.
Tall. He's quite tall. Is he tall?
Yeah, I think so.
But obviously among the bigger ones are the TBS title, the CMLL Women's World Championship, the Rev Pro Undisputed British Women's Championship as well. So she's got a bunch of belts. She's got belts in the USA. She got belts in Mexico. She got belts in Canada. She got belts in Europe. I don't think, does she have any in Asia right now? I don't think so.
That's next.
Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go to Australia. Win a belt down there. She might. Does she have one of them? I don't know. Antarctica.
Well, maybe they did do something. I can't remember.
South America. Let's go. Get one in every continent.
What was it Tony Schiavone said the other day? You've got belts. UK, Scotland. I was like, huh?
What? yeah.
Come on, Tony, mate.
Yeah, that famous separate entity. Wales, where Drew McIntyre's from.
Yeah.
Why not go through there? I want to just get. Let's go. Let's complete the Continental Collection now. Let's go.
She had the frat house bring them out for her on WrestleDream.
She did, that. Yeah, that was weird. I was like, all right.
Babyface turn for a Mercedes Moné. Okay.
All right. Yeah, okay. Maybe she could go to, is it Soft Ground Wrestling in Uganda? Go and get them.
Yeah.
Get that belt. Is that still on the go? I'm not sure. I haven't seen it in a while.
There was a bit of.
Yeah, there was. There was some stuff going on there. Maybe she could go. Yeah, Antarctica would be
WCPW.
Fun. Take a polar bear out.
We can restart just for a bit.
Yeah, why not? Get Mercedes in to do the dance. Why not? Look, this is kind of like the Don Callis family thing now, isn't it? It's like another.
Oh, they raise either more members or more belts.
Yeah.
I think that the DCF have got like 16 current members, maybe.
They do.
So she's got a way to go yet.
Exactly.
But she could beat Carl Fletcher. There you go.
Yeah, she's
That's
the TNT. Just, you know what I like about this as well is that every single time she wins one of these, about
oh my god,
10,000 people get really upset. Like, Mercedes!
you got nothing better to do either way. Whether you like it or you don't, just do something else.
I love it, man. The thing is great. People just go insane when this woman achieves success. I think it's cool.
No, it's funny, isn't it?
I also think like it's cool. Look, she's a star and she's a big name, and everyone knows. If you're a wrestling fan, you know who she is. I think it's cool that she goes to smaller indie shows and wrestles. Like, sorry, like I love that she goes to Vienna and there's 200 people in the room and she doesn't care. She's just wrestling a match.
It's also a very clever gimmick when you think about it. Of like, she's never won the world title in AEW yet, and yet look at her. She's established as this like mega star. I mean, she already was obviously, but you know what I mean in terms of a champion. Because so you've kind of got two now with Staten and like title. It's going to be very interesting what happens at Full Gear.
I think her goal is to get as many belts, so when you join them all together, it travels around the world.
Is there a way you could have a match where there's no ring ropes? It's just all her belts put together.
I mean, that wouldn't have much give, would it? You imagine trying to run the ropes on those. Whoa!
It's yeah, but it can make it like an exploding belts death match.
I'm with that. Whoever wins is the person who blows up the last belt. There's no belts left.
Yes.
You don't get any titles at the
Melt
end.
them down into one big belt.
Super belt. Like a belt that would fit the Jolly Green Giant.
Wow.
There you go. Whoa! Sweet corn up your ass. I mean, you'd put it in your mouth, wouldn't you? You'd eat it.
Yeah.
No, it's...
It might win the I Quit match, though.
Yeah. John Moxley pulls out a can of Green Giant.
Oh. I quit.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Why didn't you think of that, John? Come on.
Heck, John, you useless bald loser. Right.
Well, thankfully, this is the only news video we have to do today. Now we've got silly at the end. Wait.
Yeah, we'll be back later on. But for now, here's the video. It's the ups and downs from WrestleDream. If you want to know what Sam Miller thought of it. Bye.
Bye.